The required navigation performance concept, RNP, has a long history. Organisations such as ICAO, the FAA, the European Aviation Safety Agency, and the Radio Technical Commission for Aeronautics all developed RNP concepts independently. Therefore, there may be different definitions and uses of the term RNP. ICAO published document 9613, the Performance-Based Navigation Manual. This manual identifies RNAV and RNP navigation specifications within an airspace concept. To simplify, the major difference between RNAV and RNP operations is that for RNP, an onboard performance monitoring and alerting system is required. You will find a detailed description in the aircraft positioning module. RNP approach and RNP AR operations for approach and departure are described in the RNP section of the manual. There are different regulations for RNP approach and RNP AR operations, all summarised in the ICAO document 9613, the Performance-Based Navigation Manual. Note, before EASA CS-ACNS became active, aircraft were certified using AMC 20-27A for RNP approach and AMC 20-26A for RNP AR. Conventional routes use ground navigation aids, while area navigation, RNAV, is a method of navigation which permits aircraft operation on any desired flight path within the coverage of station reference navigation aids or within the limits of the capability of self-contained aids, or a combination of both of these. Therefore, with RNAV, the navigation can be independent of ground navigation aids. RNP uses the RNAV navigation method plus an onboard performance monitoring and alerting capability. One of the specifications of RNP AR approaches is an RF legs, radius to fix, which can come after the final approach point, FAP. The PBN concept allows optimized instrument procedure design along with aircraft navigation performance. This concept is used en route to reduce aircraft separation and in the terminal area to optimize approach and departure procedures. Required navigation performance with authorization required approaches, RNPAR, are instrument approach procedures categorized by ICAO as Type A 3D approaches. Onboard navigation, GNSS, together with IRS, is used for lateral navigation, and the vertical final approach is provided by the FMS based on barometric data. An RNP AR procedure has one or more of the following characteristics. Reduced obstacle protection of 2 times the RNP value without buffer on either side of the trajectory, and a curved flight path in final approach after the final approach point, radius to fix leg. An RNP AR procedure has one or more of the following characteristics. The RNP AR approach is charted as RNAV, RNP, runway 2. RNP values can be equal or less than 0.3 down to 0.1 in the approach, or less than 1 in missed approach and or departure. As vertical guidance, LNAV or VNAV, is required, only a decision altitude is published. This table compares RNP approach with RNP AR navigation specifications. You need to know what the differences are. And now let's compare the RNP navigation specifications and specifics for RNP approach with RNP AR approaches for the different segments of approach, missed approach and departure. The training items are defined in the respective guidance material or regulation. For example, the ICAO PBN manual, FAA-AC, EASA air operations, or other national regulations. A flight crew training program is developed by the operator proportionate to the complexity of the intended operation. It consists of ground training, for example training materials, presentations, documentation and outputs from the flight operational safety assessment, as well as flight training. The flight crew training program for RNP operations needs approval from the local authority.